Geminis, what happened? I don't know. I thought I was pressing some button. I ended up pressing something else. So that's what's up with that. So should we start all over? Or how about I finish? Well, because maybe you didn't see the first video, huh? And that would suck if you didn't see the first video. All right, so maybe I will pick them up and start again. Okay, so Geminis, let's take a look at what's going on with you. Hey, I know. What's going on with you? Okay. Your past energy is that there has not been any communication, maybe with the fire sign, an Aries, a Sagittarius, or Leo, Gemini. Your past energy also shows the Five of Cups. It's like there was something caused you heartache, and you had to cut off communication, perhaps with the fire sign, or with the water sign, anybody really, but these are just the first two cards that are coming up. So anyway, so communication has been stopped, and you know that communication, you're kind of getting over a heartbreak, a really sincere disappointment. You are really, it's like cutting off the communication helps you to get over it, pretty much, and it's helping you to move forward. Okay, let's see what their past energies are. And by the way, this spread is called, I got it from the Illest Illuminator, okay? And I found that you guys really liked it, but I got it from the Illest Illuminator, and she is amazing. Okay, so let's see what their past energies are. Okay, the person that Gemini was involved with, or whoever is on Gemini's mind, what were their past energies? Some of you could have relocated, and in the past they felt like that relocation broke you up. Okay, so some of you could have actually moved, and then you moved on from somebody because you're moved. But anyway, in their past energy, they didn't want to let you go. Okay, some of you were dealing with one of the fixed signs that are on here. They didn't want to let you go. In the past, their past energies that they were juggling. And in the past, it looked like some of you felt like they were being deceptive. I remember this in the Gemini's reading in October. Some of you were dealing with somebody who really meant business about trying to get out of a third-party relationship. But you know whether I'm talking to you or not. You know what I mean? So you know if, I don't know. So it looked like somebody initially they were juggling, because it kind of looked like this kind of is like the Sagittarius reading. So you might have been dealing with the Sagittarius, but they didn't want to let you go, and they kind of had a problem with letting somebody else go, but it looked like they were going to let them go. They were just trying to see how maybe steady things could be with you. But the problem with this person is that they didn't vocalize their feelings, okay? I see that this person maybe was more of a kind of person maybe that in the past at least showed you how they felt, okay? So Geminis, what are your present energy? Okay, so your present energy is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords reversed, and that's just saying that, you're actually kind of falling out of love because, the blindfold is coming off. At first, there was a lot of confusion because there was a lot of hocus pocus, maybe. Somebody was very charming, and they could charm, charm you right out of your skin if they wanted to. Or that could be you, because Geminis are really charming too. And it just kind of felt like your present energy is that you want another love and you want to be over this, okay? And your present energies is also like if you were involved, if you had the devil energy going on, in which there was obsession and lust and desire and heartache and all the ups and downs that you get when you're in a bad situation. And it looks like, you're not, that drug is gone now. So you're coming off your high, you're coming off your hangover. That's good. That was very direct. I've got the sweetest hangover. You getting over your hangover. All right, let's see what their present energies are. All right. So some of you could have been dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, another Gemini. The very first sign we saw was a fire. Then we saw the cups. I see the cups again. I do see the earth signs too. I see everybody. Okay, so what are their present energies? 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 What are their present energies towards the Gemini? What are their present energies towards the Gemini? Okay, so they feel like they want another chance, but you blocked that chance from happening. Okay? I see. Okay, so they feel like they want another chance, but somebody blocked that chance from happening. So remember in the beginning we had the Eight of Wands reverse, and yeah, so a fire sign may be blocked, and the reason is because it just was emotionally draining to deal with them, and it was just emotionally draining because maybe they were like the Sagittarius, just still kind of like not over somebody, and they were going on a lot of head trips, and they were taking you on head trips, and so you got yourself out of the head trip. Okay. Also, you could have cut some of the energy off of somebody, like maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, because it was just too emotionally draining, too many ups and downs. And so, yeah, their past energy, again, was still being stuck on somebody, and their past energy, and recently has been still being stuck on you. Oh, yeah, they want another chance. But it looks like, the Knight of Swords came in to really bring some aggressive boundaries that are so aggressive that they have blood on the knife. Yeah. Okay, I got that from Solomon from Psychic Love Heals. I loved when he said that. I really, really liked when he said that, because this is like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius card. And he talked about how, the knight comes, and he comes with this action that's pretty serious enough to put blood. So somebody might have just cut a connection, or you had a connection cut from you, and it looks like somebody is willing to come back now and offer you the type of balance and love that, and that you deserve. Okay, so for some of you in their present, some of you were dealing with people who really liked you, because you don't really see cards with people like really trying, and so there was a heart connection here, and they're bleeding because of the loss of this connection. But so were you. So were you. At one time, you really did love them, but you felt like it was in your best interest to put a wall up. Now you're letting that wall down again But it was like something, I mean, you don't just put a wall up for no reason. And so they've been doing a lot of thinking because this is an air sign card. They've been doing a lot of thinking, especially if you were dealing with the earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Like this behavior has really caused them to take a look at the imbalance that was formerly in the relationship because they're beginning to value you. They're beginning to value you. You know what? Actually, this does have some damn value, huh? And that severance, for those of you who aren't speaking to the person or even just a distancing, because Geminis are usually pretty cool. They'll stay friends with you, you know, because they got so many of them. One more is not going to hurt. I mean, you know, they're the quiet Geminis, but usually people really like Geminis. And I know I do immediately. But there are some that have a really hurtful tongue, and this could actually be a hurtful tongue that was slashed, and you know, but it kind of worked a little bit. I mean, oh, well, sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. Okay, some of you could have nutted up, nutted up. Because sometimes that's what it takes. And it worked because they're like, okay, we need to talk about, they are not happy where they are. It looks like they're trying to find a way out. They feel stuck. Okay? Like something made them, maybe they had a move to, and they just feel like they made a wrong mistake. For those of you who are actually in relationships with these people, somebody is feeling like they want to negotiate with you. Okay, now I see two storylines. I think I should stick with one storyline, but I see two storylines because I have a Gemini rising, so I guess both twins want to talk today. And one twin says somebody is not over you and they're willing to do what it takes, but either you moved away or like you decided that it's over. It looks like they want to work it out, but it looks like the air sign might have maybe called it off or said that it's over, okay? And they miss you so much that they are willing to want to try and work it out. You know, they're willing to communicate and find out what happened. What happened here? You know, because we're adults and we can sit down and we can talk about this. What's going on that you feel like you need to shut down communication in order to feel better? At least that's what some of you did in the past. It looks like you were just confused and you needed some space to get your head clear. And that's what they're kind of hoping too. They kind of hope that that's exactly what you did. That's what their heart is telling them. Their heart is telling them, for whomever I'm talking to, not couples obviously, but their heart is telling them that you're tripping. And after your emotions settle and you're in a more balanced place instead of this energy, you're going to come back and you guys are going to communicate like adults. And you're going to find a reasonable, equitable manner to move forward because they want to invest in this relationship. That's what's happening in the present if you let them talk to you. Because I see that some of you can't even reach you. They feel like a severance has been done to the degree that there's blood. I mean, I can separate a whole bunch of stuff, you know, without having blood. You know? So, let's see what your future energies are. No, We're going to look at your obstacles. Yeah. All right. Okay, so to whomever this is for, because by now you'll know if I'm reading for you or not. The obstacle is that you kind of feel like the person is dishonest. And some of you just really don't want to be with a dishonest partner. It's like that's just too much. You don't mind having fun. You don't mind, being spontaneous and doing new adventures, but it looks like you draw a line with lying. And so what I'm getting from this card is your obstacle is feeling like it wouldn't be wise to have a new beginning with this person. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm also feeling like yeah, that's what I'm sensing. Right. Exactly. I feel like you don't trust them. That's what I'm seeing. I hate liars too. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Appreciate it. Now I see you guys giving me some love. I was like, what's going on? But then again, I couldn't see. I didn't have my glasses on, or at first. All right. So let's see what their obstacle is. How do I say this in a way that their obstacle, man, I really don't want to offend anyone. They have this restless energy. And sometimes the energy can just kind of go in a lot of different places, and they're out of control with it. Okay. And it looks like they are, they're trying to fill up a hole, and they just are out of control with their energy, and like they're not pulling it in and taking control of their energy, primarily maybe because of this loss. Okay. But their obstacle is being a little out of control right now. And their obstacle could also be that you have other suitors. All right. Their obstacle can be, so this, I feel like for some of you, this is a same-sex relationship. Okay. Possibly transgender, not everybody, but yeah, so their obstacle is basically that maybe they have a proclivity to not channel their energy inward so they can see what's going on and deal with that and get peace on the inside. They have to, whenever something happens that hurts, they just immediately try and cover it up by putting more energy out there instead of drawing it in. Okay, I think that's the most diplomatic I can be about that. Okay. All right. And so your final cards are the future. What are your future energies for whoever this reading is for? Okay, your future energies for whomever this reading is for. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so your future energies is that I see that you're just going to lay low for a while. I don't see you exerting a lot of energy with trying to. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't see that you're going to exert a lot of energy in this situation. In fact, I really don't see a lot of energy at all. The energy that I saw was in the past, and that was the energy that it took to shut down the communication. It looks like your future energy is you just really chilling. And I don't see you wanting to be productive with this energy anymore. I don't see you wanting to create. So I feel that you're just going to slowly allow this. It looks like it was a beautiful energy. You know, at one time, the energy between the two of you was very beautiful. And so it looks like you're going to this could have been a Taurus or a Libra. Looks like you're just going to let the beautiful energy just gradually go. I see a gradual release. In love, too. Yeah. You dodged a bullet. That's so funny. You know what? It kind of looks like for some of you, you did. Okay. So, oops. Okay. All right. So your future energies, also the Empress reverse to me, it means that she will be a wife and or a mother to another person when it's reversed to me. So like when I get the Empress reverse and somebody is asking about a man, or asking, you know, is he single? I'm like, no, he has a wife. Okay, if she comes in reverse. So it looks like your future energies does include a permanent relationship, Gemini. So what I just read could have been what happened with one person, and your future energy shows that you will be a wife and a mother elsewhere. So it looks like you're just going to gradually let this fade. You're just going to let it go. Oh, yeah, you're going to let it go. You're going to let it go. All right? You're going to just let it go. Some of you are telling yourself you're going to give yourself a break, but what you're really doing is letting it go. I think you said something to this person, maybe like, well, if you're single, look me up, or when I get a divorce, maybe, or if I'm, you know, if something like that, you know, look me up, something like that. So it looks like you're going to let this go. All right, and let's see what their future energy is. Wow, did you see that card? Let me show you where to go. Let's see what their future energy is. The Two of Cups with the 7, 6, 7 of Wands. It looks like they're going to be really defensive about you and about the breakup, or about how you guys went your own ways. Hey, how you doing? Oh, wow. He chose drugs over you? Okay, yeah. So it looks like you guys are going to put your walls up and be defensive. I mean, he's going to put his walls up and be defensive over the breakup, and let's see why. Oh. Oh, because him loves you. The person felt a real strong connection. I think this person had a very strong feelings for you, Gemini. And I just feel like for some of you it looks like for some of you the timing was off, but this really is somebody that you could have had, for some of you, something really significant with. Now, let's look at the couples. So basically, your future energy, Gemini, shows you all moving on slowly. It could have been from a husband, too. And looks like there had to be some harsh separation, and you had to separate for your highest good, okay? And that's how you felt like you needed to handle the situation. Okay. So, now let's look at the Gemini couples. Let me show you Let me show you where to go. Oh, wow. So you guys have strength in this relationship and a lot of love. You have the ability to overcome any and every obstacle that comes your way. And I don't know if it's because of the love you have or if it's because of the foundation that the two of you have with each other. Some of you have been with someone for a long time. You've known them for a long time. There's been a great deal amount of time, effort, and energy for some of you that's been invested in this relationship that you're in. And it does appear for some of you that you guys, you go when you have three people in a relationship, so they're the twins, and if they're a Gemini too, then it's four people in a relationship. But two people in a relationship is hard enough. So then you have three people in a relationship, and it's really hard. But it looks like some of you have some pretty good skills. Like you're cool. So some of you may have a lot of earth in your chart. You have a lot of good skills when it comes to the bullcrap. So it looks like maybe you will talk a lot of smack, but I feel that some of you might have a lot of earth in your chart because I see somebody hanging in there. Oh yeah, these are couples. Okay, yeah. Okay, so some of you have hung in there, and what's covering you is knowing each other for a long time, or just loving each other with so much root and so much depth. And I mean, like, just really loving each other, just loving each other. Like, that is my mother, boo. Just loving each other and really willing to go the distance for each other, even if it kills you. I mean, not literally, but you know what I'm saying. This is metaphoric, and don't get afraid of this card at all, because it just represents the mind, really. It's like, okay, you driving me crazy, one of those things. Okay, so that is your past energy for couples. That, yeah, you guys have been through the ringer and back, but you guys have maybe invested in each other and maybe invested in moves and invested. All right. So that's beautiful. That's real beautiful, Gemini. All right, so these are people who are in major committed relationships, okay? Like, you live with this person, or this is your fiance, you know what I mean? Like, this is your man or your woman, or whatever, major committed. This is the present. So, for some of you, the present is the Three of Swords with the World and the High Priestess reverse. So, just for a handful of you, not too many of you, there could have been a third party, or you could have had a third party. More than likely. Oh, all right. Especially if your Venus is in Gemini. Okay, so there was a third party, perhaps a Libra, a Gemini, or a Aquarius. And now that third party is over. Okay, could be with a fixed sign too, and you're missing them. All right. So the third party has come to a karmic end, and they're nowhere to be found, or there isn't anything that either you're able to do to bring them back, or there isn't anything that the other party who was trying to come into your relationship can do to break you up. Nobody is really going to penetrate this type of investment to me. Those of you who are established couples, because you're going to talk everything out eventually. So let's see the other partner's present energy. So one of the partner's present energy, for whoever, like I said, maybe 2 or 3 of you, is getting rid. I mean, but you know what? The third party could be anything. It could be a friend. It could be a job that interfered in the relationship, for real. Like maybe somebody worked a graveyard shift and it was interfering. It was a third party. It was in the relationship. Yeah, because this is swords, so it's vapor. It's something that was easily changeable, or it could have been an air sign. So let's look at, oh my God, how long have I been on here? I can't even see. Let's see. Oh, 30 minutes. That's not bad. 30 minutes. Okay. So, how is the relationships, the other party in the relationship? Because I already know you guys love each other. So, I feel this. Okay. How are they feeling? Okay, so those of you who are in steady relationships, some of you could be with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. I see a fire sign too. And again, I see the air. But your partner really wants to work on this relationship with you, okay? Like they want to do whatever it's going to take to make it work. They want to put in the time, the effort, the energy, if it means changing jobs. You could have been with an Aries because this sounds familiar. Okay, if it means changing jobs, they're willing to change jobs. They want a new beginning with you, and they want to like they feel like they want you to be by their side as they like grab the world. They want you to be there as their energy, okay? Because the wands is an energy, and you know the 2 represents couple, so they want you to be there by their side as you guys go and make this shit happen. They could also want to go across seas or move someplace. They could want to start a new business with you. Whatever the case is, they want to do whatever it's going to take to keep you. But it's something about this situation that makes them feel humiliated. So somebody feels humiliated maybe because it was a third party situation happening here. This is a card of defeat. Like they don't want to lose you to some dumb stuff, okay? So your partner, those of you who are in partnerships, they see how attractive maybe you are, or how people feel about you. Maybe that's why you were able to have this, whoever this is, this person on the side, or maybe it was emotional reasons that you got it, or maybe it's just the twins and they're just really being themselves. You know, one twin likes, you know, people get mad when I say that, but okay, so I won't say it. So anyway, moving right along, okay, because I'm not a damn therapist anyway. But anyway, so what we have here is somebody might have had some type of situation that interfered with the marriage or in the long-term relationship, and it kind of just looks like it could have been work. It could have, especially if he's coming in, you know, as the work card. But yeah, it looks like you guys are going to get that together. Anything it takes to make it work. But there's something about this union that makes your significant other feel humiliated or less than or something. Like they feel you keep them on their toes. That's what it is. That's what it is. And they're not used to that. Okay? You keep them on their toes and they're not used to that at all. And so, let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. It says poor connection. All right, and All right. I have to end it because it says poor connection. So the future for you couples, it looks like you're going to come out of whatever, like I said, whatever sense of betrayal, whatever past pain, because the love is so deep and so strong that it's going to get you past that. And it looks like you guys are really going to start having a more authentic connection with each other. And you're going to come out of the toxic energy of addiction, and you're going to move to more heartfelt, deeply heartfelt communication. See, a lot of you guys could be in therapy, but a lot of the reasons that you guys are going to be able to get out of this is because you're going to learn to communicate and stop acting out your emotions. Instead, you're going to communicate with each other. So if you're in a relationship, you know what? I feel so much love right now. Like I'm listening, that Earth, Wind, and Fire song is back, and like I'm just having a feeling like it's